welcome to another podcast of Quantum Dynamic 8. So now we're going to talk about mirroring. The act of mirroring which is continuous in our environment. The kind of state of mood you are in, that is the kind of reality immediately you will be attracting. Or even if you're in a great state of mood and your reality has been in complete serendipity, peace consciousness, and you are transcending to the phase of understanding that if I am in a state of positivity, if I am in a state of calmness within my mind, the immediate reality also will be reflecting on a positive note in my life. However, a lot of times you attract situations that literally come in a flip-flop state of complete opposite to what you are in, mirroring you in your darkest of phase, mirroring those shadows of you which are unseen to you. And whenever you attract situations that are triggering you, that are glitching you, that are causing a sense of uneasiness, somewhere deep down, you have a resistance in that part. And because you have a resistance in that zone, because there is a sense of resistance surfacing your conditioning in that zone, automatically what shuffles in is that you will be triggered by that reality and reacting to that reality, so thereby aggravating its chances of attack by not ultimately nurturing and gathering the lesson, thereby continuing to have the loop of that understanding, whether in that situation or through another situation, but it is a continuous process. This is why narcissistic abusive patterns go in a repeated pattern. If you have not learned certain lesson, say gaslighting, if you have been reared up in a narcissistic dynamic and you've experienced gaslighting, and or you have been bullied and you keep on attracting partners or friends or people who gaslight you or have something or the other to suggest you, that ensures there's a part of you, there's a part of your conditioning which is not at all trusting you, and it is looking for validation, it is looking to put up others on the pedestal and not considering but yourself, not considering your potential, not seeing through your innermost deepest potential. And because that part of you is not seeing through your innermost potential, that part of you is attracting situations which triggered that part of you and trigger other parts of you for you to come into a state of understanding of the lesson that part of you is trying to give you, because ultimately you do not like that. So that part of you is repeatedly making you realize that I exist, you don't like me, but I exist in you. Like, why do I exist in you? Why is it that I don't find you that amazing? I keep on seeking for you in others. I keep on seeking for you outside of you. Why is it that I am not seeking for you inside me? Why am I looking for you outside? That part of you is telling you. And now you are in a state when you've been gaslighted. you are in a state where you start to wonder that if everything is a mirror, definitely the situation where I am being gaslighted, where I am being presented with a situation which is highly contrasting to my belief system, and I am going through mental trauma, mental abuse, mental conflict, mental trigger because of that gaslighted situation, because of the trigger that situation is causing. Since I'm attracting it, definitely it is a visualized program in my mind which is deep seated, which has not been addressed, and I have attracted gaslighting situations several times. So considering that you have attracted gaslighting situation 5 times. Now that you have attracted gaslighting situation 5 times, in 5 different situations, in 5 different ways, someone or the other tried to control you, tried to show you how you're not good, how you're not that good enough, how you are more or less trash, and how you basically should just try not to be how you are because you are ultimately of no good. And this is how that part of you exactly feels. This is exactly that part of you interacting at this point of time. When we dive deeper into the process of mirroring, we understand that it is exactly that part of you which is mirroring within you, which is telling you inside of you, like, you're not good enough, like, you think you're amazing, but you're not. You are a piece of shit. And because that part of you is telling you that within you, your ego is telling that to you within you, your ego is triggering it to you in parts of you, in parts of your mind, in parts of your thought processes, where repressed conditioning, repressed memories, repressed childhood wounds are stored. When that part of you is triggering you in those areas, you automatically start to wonder that, okay, I am being triggered in these areas by me somewhere deep down, because there are parts of me which have existed, which have thought I'm not good enough, and I have told myself these names, I have done these name calling, I have treated myself in a way where I felt I'm not good enough. So the situation I'm attracting, where I'm putting up in the first place, when somebody is gaslighting me, I am interacting that conversation, and on top of that I am in such a vulnerable state that I am going for the conversation in the first place, and more on top of that, the person has the authority, the audacity to come and approach me, to gaslight me, or to manipulate me, or to disrespect me or dishonor me in certain way. So now the concept of disrespect, dishonor in certain way, now that the realization has propelled in of that, what we further realize is that there is a part of you where you have not respected yourself, loved yourself, and not understood your worth to be vulnerable enough to have the rooms open for situations of that sort to somehow slide in, which has hindered your sense of respect. Now when you're working on those sense of respect, now that you're working on those sense of understanding, now that you're working on those sense of your being, you completely, you fulfillingly accomplish the factor that you are good enough. But the parts of you that feel that you're not good enough, the parts of you which are being contrasting to you, those are parts of you. And it might be very difficult for you to forgive a narcissist, but considering that the narcissist is a part of you, you definitely can forgive yourself, and because you did not know any better. That is why you attracted that situation. Of course, if you knew that, okay, there is a part of me where I am creating this programming because of which I am trash talking about me, because of which I am thinking that I am not good enough, because of which I am thinking that I am a piece of literal shit who will not do anything in life and who will literally be poor and doing nothing in life and be a loser literally. When I am repeating these to me, or I'm repeating things like what I believe in is not true, what I'm doing is not true, whatever I have been doing in life does not make any sense, I am not good enough. Whenever we are telling these things about us, we are definitely doing this because we are seeking from the true understanding that are we good enough? How good are we? What is the depth of our goodness? What is the depth of our richness? What is that depth within which is so deep seated inside us, which is so deep, which makes us so amazing? Why can't I see the beautiful, amazing part of me? I know I'm amazing. I know I'm like the best person. I am like the most amazing human. I'm so perfect. I'm so amazing. I'm so empathetic. But where is it that I'm being pathetic? Because I can't see that part of me. And where is it that the gap I am facing in between? Now this resistance is reducing. Now that you're seeing this gap, you're focusing on this gap, you're focusing on this state where you're creating the barrier, the breakthrough, the shift now. When you are focusing on this state, when you are focusing on this situation, where you are understanding more and more deeply that where am I not understanding my worth, where am I not understanding that I am good enough, where am I not understanding that I am perfect, I am a perfect child of God, where am I not getting it? Isn't it exactly when I'm not believing there is God? Because a person who calls me up or suddenly walks up to me and trash talk about me, that is so ungodly and so, I don't know, because so inhuman in the first place and so indecent and so not a civilian's attitude, because you walk up to another person and suddenly you start to gaslight that person and literally trash talk to another person. And worse is that if you are in a first twin journey or a twin flame journey or whatever, you literally attract a partner who's not there, who's giving you silent treatment, who's not been there for you, who has made you feel like you don't exist, or who just triggers you in your gift, or keeps you in a sense of competition, or creates a sense of competition in you, provokes you with a sense of competition. When you're provoked and when you're attracting such people into the reality, when you are addressing to the factors which are bringing such people in the reality in the first place in your life, you are automatically attracting a reality which is very ungodly in nature. So all those places, you cannot walk up to another person, even if that is your enemy. You feel, unless and until the person has really pushed you off to your buttons, you cannot just really go up to a stranger and just take out your grudge on that person, because you would at the back of your mind know that the stranger will give me one tight slap. Like, how can I just go ahead and do it? Why would the stranger even put up with me and listen to me when I do that? When you are thinking this, that at the back of your mind, that why would the stranger do this to me? Why would the stranger put up? Then you out there who's listening to this, had put up with this, had put up with a situation where a stranger or a narcissist or a person who you were in a relationship with, you hardly knew what you thought you knew, made you feel like you're not good enough, but you chose to put up with it. And if you are choosing to put up with it, naturally you are coming from a place of lack of validation. When you're coming from a place of lack of validation, you are coming into the surface again from the same space where you're wondering, am I good enough? Where am I not good? Where am I that I can be better? No, I'm trash. I'm not trash, but why am I good? Like, I'm not trash, I'm good, but where is it that in between trash and good that I can't understand? That layer between. What is that layer I'm not being able to touch? What is that layer I'm not being able to address to? What is that layer I'm not being able to understand on a deeper note, to really dive deeper within, to really go deeper within, to understand that, but I am good enough. I am amazing. I am fucking amazing. Where is it that I'm not being able to do that? Is it from a place where I think that no, like if I think I'm good, like I know I'm good, but if I portray I'm good, like no, let people say I'm good, I'm gonna act like I'm not good enough. So you're doing it from a place of pretense. So you're good enough, you're amazing, you're perfect, you're confident, you're like completely having all the gift in you, and a person is looking for the gifts that you have in them, which is also in them, because it is a humanitarian quality every human is born with. That is why we are humans, and that person is looking for his humanity or her humanity within, and the person is diving deeper and deeper to feel that connection within, to feel the essence of goodness, without having to be angry with anybody, without having to take out the grudge on anyone, but feel that sense of comfort, peacefulness, goodness within. The potential that the person is seeing in you, the person is seeking for it within, and you, without, despite having it, despite holding it, are not seeing it. Even if you're seeing it, you're not accomplishing it, and the person is triggering you like, what you have, I wish I could have. This is where you attract jealousy. What you have, I wish I could have. Why don't I have it? Why I need it? When I need it, why don't I have it? I'll damp your state of being to just ensure I can have it, because that dampness in you will make me feel a sense of power, and I feel less gapping in between what I am and what I have, because I am coming from my own reality and my own reality, responsibility and experiences, and you with all those potential are getting still triggered by this. You're not understanding this, you're not seeing how to combat me here. You, on the contrary, in this situation have already numbed out. You do not know, you are triggered, you already start to wonder. That is why you're attracting to this situation, that am I good enough? Why am I attracting this? Where am I not loving myself? How am I gaslighting me? This is exactly how you are gaslighting you, by thinking in the first place, how am I gaslighting myself? How am I not respecting myself? Because you're going into this consideration of how, when the situation is happening. When the situation is happening, just go ahead and just speak it out, like you don't have to try to talk to me like that. I am a responsible adult. I respect you as a human being. This is not
listening to the podcast. That is why the podcasts are made. If you want to reach out to me for any service, I provide plethora of services. I provide tarot reading, spiritual coaching, where we do mirroring, and a lot of interesting stuff. Wherever you are, exactly there, we will be addressing the coaching session. I also have my own therapy, which is known as CCAT, which is Quantum Entanglement Consciousness Alignment Therapy, which brings out your right hemisphere, left hemisphere to a state of coercion by aligning your right hemisphere attributes, left hemisphere attributes, and further bringing your body and chakras to a state of alignment and bringing the mind, body, and
state of alignment and completion of healness by helping you transcend to a new beginning, new reality. Then I have Shift and Manifest Your Ideal Reality program, which is quite famous and I'm known for in the community. For those who know me for shifting and raising vibrational consciousness frequency in love. So apart from that, I have content writing service. I am a writer. I have authored 2 books. I keep writing. I have content writing services, which is like business content writing services for technical based product, SEO leverage content, like for SEO leverage, the content production that has to be made, the way the extraction of the content that has to be delivered. Further, along with that, I have entrepreneurship development course, light language course. I'm a light language healer as well, so I have light language course along with that. Along in light language course, in fact, because you cannot learn light language without KeyCat. So a dual certification of KeyCat and light language course is available to you. So that's it. Actually, I keep coming up with more services. In fact, currently I am a student of neuro-linguistic programming. I am undergoing my practitioner certification as well as for angel therapy under Nitin Mohanlal sir, and that's how my life looks like right now, and it's proceeding. I'm learning, I'm growing. Evolution is a never-ending process, and at the age of 25, I think I am very happy till where I have reached, fighting the situations in my life, but mine is to go before I sleep. Thank you. I love you all. Have a great day.